I'm just going to begin in a very unusual way, if you kindly forgive me. I'm going to begin with a small complaint. That complaint is that they're asking me to speak after these very, very senior, very elevated devotees have already spoken so nicely. I'm lost for words what I can even say. They have explained everything so wonderfully. So I will very briefly say a few words, and then I'll sit down. Om Agyanatamarandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Jena Tasmaye Sri Gurave Namah. So in the Shastra, it's described that human life is very rarely achieved. In Sanskrit, Durlabham Manusham Janma. This birth in the human form is no cheap thing. If you were to think of the 84 lakh species of life, the human being, the soul having an opportunity to take birth in this human form is a very rare occurrence. And human life, if we do get the privilege of taking birth in human life, when we do get that privilege, human life is meant for transformation. Is the best word I can think of. Transformation of what? Transformation from material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. Material consciousness is very easy to define. It means I am the enjoyer of everything I see. Spiritual consciousness is exactly opposite. Spiritual consciousness is easy to define also. Everything is God's property and I am His eternal servant. So these wonderful festivals, like this Jagannath Rathayatra festival, and throughout the year we have so many wonderful festivals in our society, people have the opportunity to transform from material thinking to spiritual love. And that is what Rathayatra is about. It is an opportunity for us to serve the Lord. Look at the cart, how beautifully it's decorated. Service was done by His devotees and by guests who volunteered themselves to be helpful for the festival. Service is done when the Rath is pulled by all of the persons here today to give pleasure for the Lord as He rides down on the chariot through the town. Service is done in so many ways, and it is by service that we purify our heart. And purified heart means realization that God is Purushottam, He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we are all His eternal servants.
So let us in the spirit of service
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare.
in the spirit of service. Let us all take advantage of this opportunity for this transformation, this realization that we are not the supreme. We did not put the sun in the sky. We did not create all of these universes and planets. We are simply little spiritual sparks, parts and parcel, servants of the Supreme Lord. So let us today, in that spirit, sing this Maha Mantra given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for purification of the heart. Every one of you standing here today, all of us here, have taken a bath once or twice or maybe thrice even in the day. And we do that every day. But the chanting of Hare Krishna is like a bath, but it's purifying the mind and heart rather than the external body. So we will all have the opportunity to enthusiastically sing and dance and glorify and praise the Lord's holy names as given to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this Sankirtan movement. So let us purify our mind and heart of all material desires and have our mind firmly fixed in the actual understanding of our identity as Krishna's eternal servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.